So I'm gonna talk about the 5 most nutrient-dense foods and what me as a personal trainer eat to have a six-pack year long and help with my clients. So I just wanna say this though, first thing I do when I tell people, rotate your foods. Don't just stick to the same meal. I know as a personal trainer, there's a misconception that we eat chicken breasts, white rice, and veggies every single time, which although some of us may be, but that's not really the case. And you want to rotate your foods. I always advocate that to everybody. So the 5 most nutrient-dense foods, I want to start with steak. There's a kind of a reason why you can kind of do a carnivore diet and get away with it. The red meats is going to be like the only animal food or animal product or food source that you can eat every single day and get away with it without it killing you, or it's the only product you can eat and you not die by just eating only that. So with steaks, red meats, bison, all that, you're gonna get all this great source of vitamins and vitamins A, vitamins K, great protein. You're gonna get creatine, all these amazing nutrients, minerals, and benefits that you wouldn't get in any other source of food source. Number 2, eggs. They're also cost efficient. You can manipulate them into anything. You can put them in shakes. You can cook them in breakfast. You can even have some eggs at night. You can eat them whenever. You can, like I said, have them in a shake. Excellent source of protein. You're gonna get great vitamins. The egg yolk is amazing. I have the eggs almost every day for breakfast, especially when I'm lifting heavy as a pre-workout meal. So that's something to think of. Number 3, or honestly, I would put eggs to number 3. Number 2, I kind of skipped this one, but fish. Fish is awesome. If you're not a fan of red meat, eat fish. Some fishes like salmon's gonna have creatine too. You're gonna get your great vitamins in, your vitamin K, your vitamin A, your omega-3s and your omega-6. So sometimes fish can be cost efficient too. Fish can be easier to make if you wanna put it in the oven, you wanna put it in the air fryer. So steak, fish, eggs so far as my top 3 most nutrient-dense foods. Now, you can always comment your favorite type of steak or your type of fish or whatever. So like I love salmon. Not a big fan of tilapia, but I do love shrimp. So I'm gonna be broad of the categories. If I had to do nutrient-dense food number 4, I'm gonna hit a category of fruits. I'm gonna say berries. Berries, most fiber. Fiber is gonna help with protein synthesis and fill you up better too. And also none of that. But fruits is that source of carbs. It's gonna give you nutrients, minerals, and antioxidants. A lot of benefits from eating fruit. So you can even mix that in a smoothie as well. You can eat that on the go. Fruits are excellent. Always get your source of fruits in, okay? And then last nutrient dense of the day, we're talking about either potatoes or white rice. If I had to pick something like a veggie that's grown in the ground, why not pick potatoes? Like I know there's some studies saying that people in Ireland only ate potatoes and got fat. Well, 1, they picked a study of people that weren't exercising. 2, they kind of also picked a mix of like smokers and people with high blood pressure and random people in their 20s. So you got to do more studies. You can't just say, oh, if you just eat potatoes, you're going to get fat. No, that's not the case at all. So potatoes, great source of fiber. You're gonna get some good starch in there too. It's gonna be great carbs. Carbs is gonna be your fuel for your body. So before you work out and after you work out, you wanna get some carbs in you. So I'm gonna go over this, make this video not too long, but my top 5 most nutrient-dense foods: steak, fish, eggs, berries, or you can do any fruit basically. And then my last one is gonna be white rice or potatoes, basically. White rice or potatoes. Get those carbs in and that starch, the grain, and use that carb too to help you with supplying the muscles with glucose. So they're gonna be very nutrient dense and cost effective. Now, if I had to say any veggies, if I had to throw in some bonus, like some veggies, I'm gonna say Brussels sprouts, carrots, broccoli, squash, zucchini. Those are some of my favorite vegetables that I love to eat. So you can manipulate it. I'm not a fan of peas, so I don't really mess with peas that much. Every once in a while, you know, if I go to a restaurant, because they can actually cook it better. But for the most part, if you're not a fan of like broccoli, then eliminate it from your diet. Now, I don't want you to eliminate every single thing that you don't like, but if you're eating a type of food and you feel bloated or whatnot and you don't like it, that doesn't necessarily you have to eat it. Slowly manipulate the diet. So there's this thing called elimination diet. That means you can slowly start fresh and then add foods in, and if that food gets a bad reaction, eliminate it from your diet. So a little bonus though, I love dairy. I'm an active person. I can tolerate it great. Here's the thing, most dairies can be intolerable for most people, but if you can tolerate it, dairy is some of the most nutrient dense animal products you can have. Super, super dense. Excellent source of protein too, mixed balance of carbs and fats. I'm just saying, the Mongols and some tribe in Africa only live off milk. So if you can tolerate dairy, dairy wouldn't be a bad source either to go after your protein. Or if you're trouble with getting in your calories like me, because I love running and I love to move around so much playing basketball, chocolate milk or a glass of milk with your meal is gonna go excellent for you. And another bonus one, liver. So I didn't really group this in with steaks and meats, because I kind of want to be like kind of separate. I mean, you can kind of group it in, but liver and like organ meat, holy crap, super, super potent, very beneficial. That stuff will get you crazy through your workouts. So that is just my main quick little video. Top 5 foods. Mostly you're gonna go through animal products, whether you want to disagree with me or not. I'd love to know your opinion and why. Don't just hate it. Tell me why you disagree. I would love to have a civil debate. So number 1, steak. Number 2, fish. Number 3, eggs. Number 4, berries in particular when we're talking about fruit, because we do need to get that fiber. And then 5, I would say potatoes and white rice. So that's it, everybody. Also, rotate your foods. And another thing, if you're a fan of chicken, because I eat chicken every week, take this into consideration. I've been eating chicken breasts for so long, and someone pointed out, hey, chicken thighs taste way better, same amount of protein and minerals, and it's not gonna be as dry. So check out chicken breasts. No, check out chicken thighs, not chicken breasts, chicken thighs. Anyways, I'm out.